Have you ever wondered why some people change, while others stay stuck exactly where they are? This is a story about a boy who wasn't fast, wasn't strong, and wasn't confident, but he discovered something far more powerful than talent. He discovered discipline. There was a boy named Ethan Miller, a quiet 12-year-old who lived in a small town in northern England. Ethan wasn't bad at studies, wasn't rude, and wasn't lazy on purpose, but when it came to sports, he was always the slowest. Every time the class went to the track field, Ethan's stomach twisted. His classmates sprinted like lightning, while he lagged far behind, gasping for air, praying nobody was watching, but everyone noticed. "Come on, Ethan, move! You're finishing last again? You're so slow, mate." The words hurt more than the running itself. As the annual sports day approached, Ethan pretended to be excited, but deep inside he feared it. He hated the feeling of being laughed at, of crossing the finish line alone while the rest of the class waited. So he made a plan he thought was clever. He would fake a cough, or maybe pretend his ankle hurt. Anything to avoid running in front of the entire school. But destiny had a different plan. One afternoon after practice, Ethan sat alone near the bleachers, staring at the track like it was his enemy. That's when someone sat beside him. It was Coach Harris, the PE teacher. He wasn't the loud, whistle-blowing type. He was calm, observant, and always seemed to understand what students didn't say out loud. "Ethan," he said gently, "why do you look like you're carrying the weight of the world?" Ethan hesitated. Then the truth spilled out. "Sir, I'm tired of finishing last. Everyone makes fun of me. I don't want to run on sports day." Coach Harris listened quietly, nodding. Then he said something Ethan never expected. "Finishing last doesn't make you weak, Ethan. Avoiding the race does." Ethan looked up, confused. Coach Harris continued, "You don't need to become the fastest runner. You just need to become better than yesterday. Let's start small." "How small?" Ethan asked. 200 meters, every day, no excuses." Ethan blinked. 200 meters? That didn't sound impossible, but it also didn't sound fun. Coach Harris smiled. "You don't have to sprint, just run, consistently. Trust the process." Ethan wasn't sure, but something about the coach's voice felt real. That evening, Ethan stood at the edge of his neighborhood street. His shoes were old, his legs felt heavy. The sky was turning orange. He took a deep breath and began to run. 200 meters. By the time he finished, he felt like collapsing. His chest burned, his legs trembled, and he wondered how people ran kilometers. But he showed up again the next day, and the next. Some days were terrible. Rainy days drenched him. Colder days stung his face. Some evenings he felt too tired, too lazy. But he remembered Coach Harris's words, "Just better than yesterday." Gradually, something inside Ethan began to shift. His breathing improved. His steps became smoother. His fear became smaller. Running was still hard, but he was no longer afraid of it. A month passed. Sports day was 2 weeks away. One morning at school, during a routine run, something shocking happened. Ethan didn't finish last. He didn't finish first either, but he wasn't alone at the end. He was right in the middle. His classmates stared at him like they were seeing him for the first time. "Yo, Ethan, you're fast now?" "What happened to you, mate?" Ethan didn't brag. He didn't show off. He just smiled and said, "I've been practicing, a little." Coach Harris heard that, and he smiled proudly. Finally, the day Ethan feared the most arrived. Sports day. The crowd was huge. Parents filled the stands. Students buzzed with excitement. Ethan's heart pounded. His palms were sweaty. But he didn't think about being the slowest anymore. He thought about the street where he ran every evening. He thought about the days he wanted to give up but didn't. He thought about how far he'd come, even if nobody else saw the journey. When the whistle blew, everyone sprang forward. Ethan ran too, not fast, not slow, just steady. The other kids sprinted like rockets, but halfway through, many grew exhausted. Their pace dropped. Ethan kept going. Same rhythm, same breathing, same determination he had built over weeks. Kids began to slow down. Some tripped. Some ran out of breath. But Ethan? He kept moving. He crossed the finish line. Not first, not second, but definitely not last. For the first time in his life, Ethan finished in the middle. And the cheers didn't feel like noise anymore. They felt like warmth. Coach Harris walked over, placed a hand on Ethan's shoulder and said, "You didn't win the race, Ethan, but you won yourself." Ethan felt something rise inside him, pride. Not because he was faster, but because he was finally disciplined. From that day, Ethan ran every morning. 200 meters became 400, then 800. Then a mile. He didn't chase trophies, he chased consistency. And that consistency changed not just his running, but his whole life. He became more focused in school, more confident in himself, more responsible at home, all because he chose to run 200 meters every single day. Moral: small daily actions don't make you perfect, they make you disciplined. And discipline builds the life talent alone never will.